Hey guys, it's Sydney with Treadmill Review Guru. Today we're checking out the AssaultBike Elite from Assault Fitness. So air bikes from Assault Fitness can be found in commercial and home gyms, and they've even been used in the Crossfit Games. The AssaultBike Elite is the premium air bike from Assault Fitness. So let's dive in and take a closer look. So when we tested the AssaultBike Elite, we compared it to the Schwinn Airdyne 87 Pro, the Rogue Echo bike, and the Xterra Air 650 Air Bike Pro. That way we can get a really good feel of this bike and be able to bring you this review. So let's jump into the construction. The Assault bike feels really solid. It has a 350-pound weight capacity, so it can handle pretty much all size users, and it has a 55.08-inch long footprint, and it's also 26.2 inches wide, 55 inches high. It doesn't fold up, so this is how it's going to stay. It also weighs 139 pounds, so it's actually pretty heavy. And we definitely think that that is because of the solid steel components. The frame is all solid steel, and it's also powder coated to have that extra corrosion resistance. The fan is a 27-inch fan, and that's where you get your resistance. There are 6 metal fan blades in here. So when you're going and you're pedaling and using the handles, more air gets sucked in as the fan blades start going, and that's where you get that air resistance to push and pedal against. It has unlimited air resistance, so the harder that you pedal and push, the more air that you're gonna get and the more tension and resistance you're gonna get. It uses a chain drive system, which does make a little bit of extra noise on top of it. And with chains, you're gonna have to keep up a little bit more with maintenance. So you're gonna have to keep up with making sure the chain is tight enough and also that it's properly lubricated. That's can be a downside to chain drive systems versus belt drive systems that the Rogue Echo bike and even the Airdyne use. Those require less maintenance, and they're also pretty quiet. The pedals are pretty simple, straightforward. You can use any sort of athletic shoe with them. They have extra grips here, which is really nice, so your feet don't slip. And they're also steel, so they feel really solid when you use them. And the handlebars actually feel really stable too. They're solid steel, and then they have this nice coating where you grip, so you can get a really nice grip even when you get super sweaty. We do wish that there was maybe a few more grip options, like the Xterra and the Airdyne have extra components on the handles, so you get a little bit more grip options. That way you can work your muscles a little bit differently. But I mean, these feel super solid when you're on them, and you can get a really nice grip. Moving on to the saddle, we aren't super fans of it. It's wide, so it's nice. It's going to add that extra support that you need, especially when you're on it using it. It's gonna add that little extra back support. It's not quite as slim as saddles that we see on the other exercise bikes that we've tested. It's a little bit wider. It also is a little bit more minimally contoured than other ones that we've seen. It really doesn't have much contouring. And it's also pretty slippery, especially like if I wear certain leggings, I notice kind of slipping forward on it. And our other reviewer, Matthew, in his shorts was having the same problem. It does have really nice adjustment points though. You can move it up and down, and you can also move it forward and back. And I found that I'm just over 5 foot, I'm 5'1", and it fits me perfectly. This is actually, I have it set up right here to fit me, so someone shorter than me can even have room because I'm on notch 3. And then it can also go forward a little bit more. So I'm sure someone shorter than me definitely be able to use this bike. And also our reviewer, who is 6'5", he's our tallest reviewer, Matthew, was able to use this with no problem. So it really has a nice adjustment range to be able to accommodate users of all sizes. We did do some measurements that we normally do with the other exercise bikes, where we measured the reach and the leg span. So the reach, I measured from the nose of the saddle to the neck of the console, and that was When the saddle was all the way forward, it was 12 inches, and when it was all the way back, it was 17 inches. So you have 5 inches there to move forward and back, move that seat forward and back to get that perfect fit. And then also with the leg span, which is also going to be your inseam, I measured from the bottom or the top of the lowest pedal. So when it is measured down here, and then I measured it when the seat was all the way down, and then I measured it when the seat was all the way up. And it was 28 inches when it was down, and then it was 38 inches all the way up. So it'll go up to that 38-inch inseam. The warranty is really nice that Assault Fitness offers. They offer a 10-year warranty on the frame to really back up this solid build. And then they offer a 3-year warranty for non-wear parts and a 1-year warranty for labor. Now let's check out the console. So it's battery powered, so it doesn't need electricity, and it also doesn't need Wi-Fi to use. It turns on when the pedals and the handlebars start moving. One thing to note is that it's not backlit, so if you were in a darker room, it's probably gonna be harder to see. We don't have any problem seeing it when we're in a room with just normal overhead lights. The console's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. It doesn't adjust at all. It just stays here and it's really firmly in place. It shows your metrics like your time, calories, how fast you're going with speed, your distance, your watts, which is your power, and your RPMs. It'll also show your heart rate down here when you have a heart rate tracker on. There's pre-programmed workouts, which is nice, so you can go in and check out. They have Tabata, which is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and then an inverted Tabata where you're going for 10 seconds, and then you're off for 20 seconds. And when you're going with these, it'll show you which part of the interval you're on. So if you're on the rest part, this light will light up, and then when you're working, this light will light up. And then you can also create custom ones, so you can create your own workouts this way and create your own intervals. And then there's target programs, so you can do targeted training based on, you can set your time, you can set a specific calorie goal or a specific distance goal. And then also there's heart rate programs that you set your age, and then you can set your target heart rate, what you want your target heart rate to be. And these work with a compatible heart rate tracker. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with one, but there's ones that you can purchase to be able to see your heart rate down here. It also can connect through Bluetooth. So this I just use as my device rack. So I connected to the Fit app, which is what AssaultBike and Assault Fitness, they partnered with the Fit app to be able to bring workouts. So, and it's totally optional. It is a subscription, and I was actually really surprised by the Fit app. With all the fitness equipment that we test out a lot of fitness apps because that's kind of the territory nowadays, especially the like treadmills and exercise bikes that come with large attached touchscreens. They usually have some sort of integrated app. I really like that the AssaultBike has that option, but it's completely optional. So I can use my phone and I can watch the instructor, or I can set it up and put it on my TV. And the trainers are really entertaining and engaging. The music is definitely upbeat. It's a little bit more generic, but I was really impressed with it. It's just a nice option to have, especially if you're like me and you really like trainer-led classes. With this console, you can just hop on and go. So you have those interval programs that you could play around with, or you can just get going and get working on this thing, and it's going to track everything for you. I was able to actually connect my Apple Watch in so I could see my heart rate displayed on the screen here when I'm connected to the app, which is really nice. And you can also use other compatible apps like Fitbit is another one that you can use through the Fit app to be able to connect with this console. But hey, if you like that straightforward option, just being able to get on and go and not have to worry about the extra bit of tech, this is really great because you don't have to worry about plugging it in at all. All right, now let's check out the AssaultBike Elite in action. So as you can see, it makes a pretty significant amount of sound. As you work harder, it's going to be louder as more air gets sucked into that fan. You can hear that chain a little bit on top of the fan, but it's not much as you get going and getting to that fan blade to spin faster. And then you can also use the foot pegs at any time. Just go into that upper body training so you can really target your body that way. Another component that I really like that Assault Fitness included with the Elite is that there is this cover, which is a wind guard. You don't get that wind blowing in your face when you're using it. But if you want that to cool down, which would be nice right about now, you can also take it off and be able to use it and get cooled down if you get really hot. So it's nice that you have that option. It's nice that it's included. Overall, we really like the AssaultBike Elite. A few things to keep in mind is that it uses a chain drive system, so it's going to be a little bit louder than air bikes with a belt drive system. It's just going to make a little bit excess noise on top of the fan that already makes a pretty good amount of noise. And we're also not quite a fan of the seat. It's a little minimally contoured than other ones that we've seen, and it's also pretty slippery. And also the console isn't backlit, so it's harder to see in darker settings. Things that we do really like is that overall it just feels like a really solid machine when you're on it. Also, the console is battery powered, so you don't need Wi-Fi or even an outlet to connect it, so you don't have to worry about any of that, so you can use it pretty much anywhere. It also has Bluetooth capabilities, so you can connect it to the Fit app. So if you want guided training with a trainer and you want a little bit more structure with your workouts that way, you can use your device and be able to connect that way to get even more training options, which is really cool, and it's totally optional. Another factor is that this bike's pretty heavy. It's 139 pounds, but it can also be moved around pretty easily, and I do definitely think that that heavy weight speaks to how solid it feels. Thanks for watching our review of the AssaultBike Elite. If you want to learn more, head to treadmillreviewguru.com. We have a full written review with even more details there, and you can click the link below for current pricing. And like this video and subscribe to our channel. We make these videos for you guys. That way you can make informed buying decisions. I'm Sydney with Treadmill Review Guru. I'll see you next time.